David, we're approaching the start of the Lowland League season. How pleasing is it to see a B team in that league this year?
It's exciting. I think that's the most important thing. I think, as I said before, we've been craving this opportunity. So the lads who are coming out of academy football under 18s, they're getting a different challenge from what they've had over recent years. And none better than going to a senior programme, playing competitive football on a Saturday afternoon. I think everybody is really looking forward to it, and we can't wait to get started.
And how much do you feel this will help the players' development? They're obviously quite a young group.
I think there's lots of challenges, Louise. I think we've got the football challenge that we've spoke about in regards to the different types of opposition, the different styles of play, different formations, etc. I think there's also the challenge of we're going to different environments, different places, where the supporters might be quite close to the side of the pitch, and clearly they support their own team. Hopefully we'll have some support as well. Obviously make sure our guys have got that understanding of what it's like to play for Rangers, and with people looking to try willing and wanting to do well, but also the opposition fans trying to make it difficult. Smaller pitches potentially. You've got grass, ash. There's going to be so much variation. Our lads have, they've got everything here at the training venue, so we know that they're well looked after in that respect. So now got to face up to what it's like out here, and playing against, as I say, different types of opposition that will bring a different challenge.
And you will be working alongside Brian Gilmore and the wider staff team with the B team. How exciting is it for the coaches and the staff as well? Yeah,
listen, we've spoke about it. I think the good thing is with the staff, we all know each other, and we've worked with each other at different stages before. Myself, Brian, Graham Smith, we were involved in a few tournaments with, I think we're involved in the Alcast tournament. We're involved with the under 18s last season. So it's not new to us, we kind of know how each other work. So it's easy to kind of go towards that. But from our point of view, there's a lot of experience in that as well, and so there's a lot of experience that can be shared with the players, so they know and what they might have to expect during the games.
And for a lot of the players, it might be some of their first times playing against first team teams. How different is that challenge for them?
Some of the lads are still aged for under 18s, so they've never had it. They've never been involved in that before. So from their point of view, I think what they've realised is they've got to play quicker, they've got to think quicker to try and limit the physical sort of element of the game, because if we can't go in that body-to-body contact with an opposition player who's maybe 6'2" and against one of our guys who are much younger and less physically developed, so they're trying to find solutions before that becomes an issue. So that'll be a good one for us, and we've seen that in the 2 games that we've played up until now, but we know that's going to continue. But as I said, we're going to think about that as being a challenge for us, but we absolutely want to make sure that we impose our game onto the opposition, and we don't, be too concerned about what they might bring. We have to try and find a way to ensure that the way we play is consistent, and we try and make sure that they have to think about us before anything else.
And as well as the Lowland League, there's also going to be the SPFL Trust Trophy, the AFA Youth League and the Glasgow Cup this year as well. It's a busy schedule for the B team, but an exciting one with a variety of challenges too.
Yeah, we could play by the end of the season 50 plus games if we go through some of the rounds of the competition, cup competitions. So that's another good challenge, because we're trying to prepare these players for our first team. And you look at last season's first team programme, I can't take the exact number, but I'm sure there was over 50 games that was played throughout the whole course of the season. So our guys need to, as much as we're talking about the physical contact in terms of the opposition, they actually deal with having to play midweek Saturday. So that's about the preparation, not just in the football sense, about how they prepare their body. So our physical prep team will really key for that. McCallum and Jamie, who are working closely with the B team as well, amongst other staff members. So we need to think of the whole holistic development of these players. And the analysis will spend a bit more time again, which we do that quite in depth anyway. But given the amount of time we're going to be here, they're certainly going to pick that up a little bit again individually, small groups, whole groups. So yeah, the programme is going to be full on, but it's one that everybody's very much looking forward to, because the challenge you're talking about the AFA Youth League, that'll be different from the league games. So you look at the difference in that and how we prepare the player to think about those games. So it will be a challenge, but it's one that's exciting, absolutely, and one that we'll look forward to.
And just finally, the SPFL Trust Trophy draw was made as well, with away to Dumbarton in the first round. Can you just give us your thoughts on that draw? So
it's good that our pre-season has allowed us to look at what the opposition are, what we might face, and start to almost relate to what it's going to be when it comes to the competitive programmes. So yeah, we expect, of course, Dumbarton's going to be a tough game. But it's a one that we talk about, we crave this, we want this to be the case. Our challenge is to try and make sure that we go and we are competitive. And as I say, we make sure the opposition have got to think about what we're going to bring to the game, and they feel that challenge as well.